you think of that? Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat, will make you smile. Don't touch your dial. It's Felix, the wonderful cat. Felix the cat, the wonderful, wonderful cat, will make you smile. Don't touch your dial. It's Felix, the wonderful cat.
Round and round and round she goes. When the Earth began, no one knows. 3 billion years ago, or maybe 10, the Earth has changed a lot since then.
Do we know when the Earth was formed, Felix?
It doesn't make a difference. It was such a long time ago. It doesn't really matter. Besides, we should be more concerned with the future and discovery of other planets.
Well, a long, long time ago, the Earth was just another planet. And studying how the Earth was formed can help us discover new secrets about the universe.
You mean what happened to the Earth billions of years ago may happen again way out in outer space now?
No, Jennifer. Things have changed a lot since then.
Yes, Steve, they have. And they continue to change. But, you know, some principles always apply. Sometimes to learn where we're going, we have to look back at where we've been. The keys to unlock the future are often found in the past. Steve, do you know how the Earth was formed?
Uh-huh. Okay, now, let's see. The Earth began as a ball of hot gases, which eventually cooled into hot liquid masses. And when the surface was cooled, the Earth's crust was formed.
Smarty pants.
Well, I can't help that I have a brain.
Well, you don't have to be so stuffy about it.
Whoa! Excuse me. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were so into science all of a sudden.
You don't know a lot of things.
Well, there's lots of things that all of us don't know, but that doesn't mean that we can't learn. Say, wait a minute. I have something over here which might interest you. Oh, there it is. I tell you what. Take a look inside here. I have something from a long, long time ago which might interest you. Now, let's see. I knew it was in here somewhere. Ah, here it is. Do you know what this is?
Wow, Felix, is that an old fossil?
Right you are. It's a fossil, evidence of past life. In this case, it's an imprint of a plant which lived 1 million years ago.
Boy, Felix, that bag's been around.
It sure has, Steve. And it has a lot more goodies in it, too. Now, take a look at this.
Wow. Is that a bone from an old extinct dinosaur?
Right you are, Jennifer. What do you think, Steve?
I'm impressed by the bone and Jennifer's sudden interest in science.
Well, I happen to like the study of plants and animals long ago.
That's good. Then maybe there's hope for you.
Oh, thank you, old knowledge of youth.
Well, I know where they come from. Do you?
No. Felix, where do they come from?
Well, one of the best places to look for fossils is in a place called a petrified forest.
What's a petrified forest?
Well, a petrified forest is a place where the trees have all turned to stone, even though they still keep their same shape. Hey, you know, I know an old forest that's not too far from here.
Oh, Felix, can we go, please?
We're not going to go digging in the past, are we?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not? I think it would be a lot of fun. And besides, we could learn a thing or two about where we've come from.
Yeah.
Okay, Felix. If you want to go, we'll go. But I don't see what's so special about a bunch of old plants and old bones. I'll go see if Wally wants to come. Not that he'd want to spend his whole day walking and digging and looking for old fossils and big dinosaurs buried underground.
I wonder what that was all about.
Gee, Felix, Steve doesn't seem the same anymore. He always keeps criticizing me. And he never gives me a chance to say anything. He treats me like a child.
Well, Jennifer, I'm not sure what's up with Steve, but maybe there's a reason for the way he's been acting.
We will be right back.
Gee, Wally, all Jennifer seems to do these days is put me down and criticize everything. She doesn't even give me time to say anything. You think I got bad breath or something?
Maybe you have a ring around your collar.
Who knows, Wally? Say, you sure you don't want to go to the Petrified Forest with us?
Positive. I'm petrified of forests. All those lions and dinosaurs and those koala-eating plants. And
But,
snakes.
Wally, you live in a tree. How can you be afraid of them?
Practice. I'll be okay right here. You can bring me back a bone or something.
Well, I'm not even sure why I'm going. I mean, especially with Jennifer on my case. God, but it's strange. I love science. And somehow I'm not too thrilled about a bunch of old fossils.
I knew an old fossil once, Mr. Crabtoes. He always used to kick me out of his backyard. He was so old.
How old was he?
He was so old, Father Time used to call him Dad. I was a toe tapper.
Okay, Wally, that reminded me of one of my old teachers. Now, he was old.
How old was he?
He was so old that they had to call the fire department to put out the candles on his birthday cake. How'd you like that one?
Oh, you're right, Steve.
Say, what's so funny?
Oh, we were just talking about a couple old fossils we know.
You two should have more respect for your elders.
Oh, boy, here we go.
That's right. Here we go to the Petrified Forest. Coming, Wally?
Oh, no, not me. Are you sure you want to go?
Yeah.
I mean, what if a great big old dinosaur wakes up and eats you like they do in those science fiction movies with the little Japanese scientists?
Oh, Wally, there are not going to be any living dinosaurs or Japanese scientists there. All we're doing is going to the park to learn a thing or two about this changing planet we call home. All that other stuff is just make-believe. Well, come on, let's go.
Okay.
Coming, Steve?
Yes.
Come on. Steve, would you like me to carry your pack for you?
No, I'm fine. It's good exercise.
Since when did you become so interested in exercising?
Oh, probably about the time you became so interested in science expeditions.
Speaking of science expeditions, I think this one is lost. We better stop here and take a look at this map I have. Here. It's a little out of date.
Yeah.
1908!
It was my grandfather's.
But Felix, how are we supposed to read this?
Well,
Let me see.
Okay.
It's a lot of out of date. Now, if we're around here, this point right there, we should be right about there. But where are the small elm trees?
And shouldn't that pond be a big lake?
Well, things must have changed a lot since 1908. Remember us talking about how the Earth is constantly changing?
Yeah.
Well, look around you. Here's the proof. Now, you may not realize it, but what you're actually looking at is a slow motion, I mean, very, very slow motion picture of nature at work on the landscape. Now, look, see this tree up here? Well, this tree used to be very, very small, but look at it now. It's magnificent and tall. And see this pond out here?
Yeah.
Well, that pond is gradually filling up. because the hillsides are gradually washing into it, and the grass is decaying and the soil is building up.
Look at that.
Now, you wouldn't think that those changes from long ago would affect us today, but here we are.
Yeah, lost. So, Jennifer, how are you enjoying science so far?
And how are you prepared to hike?
You know, it could be a lot worse. At least we're outside in the real world with nature working all around us. We could be in one of Wally's Japanese monster movies.
Wouldn't want to be in one of them.
This must be the Petrified Forest. But because I'm petrified.
Felix's gang will be right back. Zoom!
Who are you? Oh.
Hello. I am Yoki Digchow, samurai scientist. And who are you?
Oh, well, I'm Felix the Cat, and these are my friends, Jennifer and Steve.
You look lost.
Well, we are a little lost. You see, we've been trying to find the that is, we've been looking for fossils.
Ah, fossils. And you are scientists too. Oh, good. I love company.
Well, you see, Mr. Digchow, well, we're not really scientists. We're just looking.
We're not finding much, though. This nature walk isn't turning out to be much fun. Boy, and personally, this stuff really bores me.
Ah, little creme digger not excited by treasures hidden beneath the earth?
He doesn't mean it that way. It's just, well, you know, he's into future and that kind of stuff.
Ah, but the future grows out of the past, little fern.
Well, I did begin to tell them about how the Earth changes and how the evolution of life affects us all.
You are very wise, Honorable Catson. You and nature are one and a half. Forests and fields, rivers and lakes are your playground.
Well, you must really love nature, Mr. Digchow.
Oh, I do, Butterfly. But much more than that, I love life itself. Respect for those who have gone on before us. The trees of the forest grow old. Does that make them less mighty than their younger companions? No. They tower over their younger trees and protect them as they grow.
Gee, I never thought of it that way before.
See, you don't know that there's everything to know.
Well, Jennifer, I still know we're lost.
Ah, we're the sandpiper, but in being lost, we can often find truth and knowledge. For we are near to the place where the earth gives up its treasures to us, if we are willing to follow.
We're with you, Mr. Digchow.
Oh, boy, I guess that means more old trees and plants and stuff.
Ah, sleepy owl, to appreciate life, sometimes we must go to where it exists no longer. Walk this way. This way.
Why, Wally, what on earth is wrong?
It's what's under the earth that I'm worried about. Dinosaurs and Japanese beetles and old fossils. Felix and Jennifer and Steve went to look for those things in the Petrified Forest.
Wally, do you know what the word petrify means?
Sure, it means scared silly. Booga booga.
That is one meaning, but when you're talking about a forest, it means something else. It means turn to stone. You see, the trees, plants, and animals turn from living things like us into silica, a type of rock. And it can't hurt you, Wally.
Oh, no. Are Felix and the gang gonna be turned to stone? Like this poor fella?
No, Wally, at least not today. You see, it takes a while. Although no one can really tell you how long. Sometimes it takes a couple of years, and other times it takes thousands.
Well, how does it happen?
Well, there are a couple different ways. Sometimes plants are covered with mud, and they don't get any oxygen. Bones can be bleached when they're covered by dry sand or water. And there's another way that still happens from time to time. Do you remember Mount St. Helens?
You mean that famous mountain that exploded? Of course I do. It was on television on all the news. Didn't you see it?
Oh, I did, and I read about it too. And you heard that the volcanic ash covered an entire area.
Is that where Felix and the gang went?
Well, someplace like it. You'd be surprised at how much there is to find. Fossils can be really interesting. Do you have any idea how many things you might be able to find under a surface like that? Well, to get a better idea, let's go to the children's fun puzzle. How about that?
Oh, great. The puzzle board's all the help.
Right. Okay. You ready for this one?
Ready.
Okay. Here's our first clue. What
A
is
target.
Well, it's not really a target. It's the cross-section of a tree.
Oh, I see the branch on the top there.
Yeah.
It's the inside.
Okay, well, it is the inside. Another name for inside.
Center.
Another name for center.
The inner circle.
Okay, take off the circle.
And you got the inner.
Thanks. Do you want to spell that for me?
Yeah. I-N-N-E-R.
Okay, so they might be looking at the inner circles of trees when they're on their little hunt there.
I see.
All right, you want to try the next one? This should be easy for you.
Okay.
Here you go. That's the
Oh,
clue.
cactus. That's the desert.
That is the desert, but what's the other part on the picture?
Looks like a skeleton.
Uh-huh, and what's a skeleton comprised of?
Bones.
That's it. You want to spell them?
Yeah. B-O-N-E-S. Bones.
Terrific. Ready to go on to another one?
Mm-hmm. That's a coal digger?
Well, oh, wait, you just almost got it. He may be digging for coal, but let's go back to what you just said. A coal what?
Digger?
Okay, take off the ending there. And what's...
Dig.
That's it. Can you
I
spell
got that one fast.
You sure did. You want to spell that? That's an easy one.
Yeah. D-I-G.
Gee, terrific, Wally. They might be digging a lot to find the fossils. That's not frightening, is it?
No.
You want to try the last one?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Here it is. I won't give you any clues. What is this?
Well, that looks like a forest scene.
Mm-hmm. And what's in the forest?
Let's see, there's a hill and some clouds, and the center's got a tree.
Oh, that's it.
Tree!
Tree. You want to spell that one?
T-R-E-E. Tree.
Oh, Wally, that's just wonderful. And that's where they are, is looking for things like that.
Wow. I didn't know they were digging up all those neat kind of things. It's like a gigantic Easter egg hunt or going on a dig for pirate treasure. Gosh, I wish I'd have gone with them now.
Well, Wally, if someone were to tell you where Felix and the gang were right now, do you think you'd be able to get there by yourself?
Well, of course. I'm a marsupial, more commonly known as a bear. Gosh, a forest is my natural habitat.
Well, good, because Felix left this note with me in anticipation of your wanting to tag along. Oops, there it is.
Ooh, they left a trail for me to follow so I could catch up.
Felix will be right back.
Here all is still. Life has been here and left its imprint. Ah. For you, little fern. A plant once green and alive, now has left its legacy in stone to show all that it has been here. People are the same. They live long and leave their imprint to show where they have walked.
Hey, Mr. Digchow, what's this?
Ah, you have very sharp eye, Honorable Catson. It's bone from ancient dinosaur. You'll be my assistant. You hold, we study.
Say, Mr. Digchow, do you think there are any more fossils around? Where should we look?
There you go, Steve. It's pretty interesting after all, isn't it?
No, I just want one because Jennifer here has one.
The earth spins and revolves. There is much for all to enjoy and share. It is not wise to be a burden. Rather, to be like the river that upon coming to rocks flows around them. So too, you must flow around obstacles in your life, little chipmunk.
Say what?
Shark tooth.
I think he means that you should be nice to me.
And you know, there's plenty to discover right here, both in the earth and in ourselves. You know, as the earth changes, it goes through a process of growth and discovery. And just like the earth, we also change and grow every day of our lives. You know, Steve, Jennifer is not the same person she was a year ago, or even yesterday.
And neither is Steve. I get it.
Boy, Felix, it's hard to miss things when you're used to a certain way of thinking.
I guess we're just getting older.
Yeah, and wiser.
Ah, twin chipmunks. Age is an attitude, a state of mind. The secret of eternal youth is knowledge. He who is not busy being born is busy dying.
Confucius?
Bob Dylan. Terrible. Oh, I don't want cats on. Born.
Well, little sparrows, just another day in the Petrified Forest.
Wally!